everyone, and welcome back to Division 1, where we now have the favorite in Karma versus Yuri Tanner, a really strong player, finalist in a couple of monthly tournaments before, but always so far on the weaker end when it came into games versus Karma, but for sure a strong player as well. Pretty a player with a lot of ingenuity for sure in his play. So let's see if Pure Tanner can overcome Karma here in this best of 3. As Karma brings around KDA, Tanner brings around 5th Panzer, map bans, Headpin Chemicals, Geyser, 2 ways, and division bans 30 US and 82nd Airborne. Surprised that we don't see 35th here, but KDA obviously also has Spetsnaz, has 4 deployment, 5th Panzer, interesting choice as well. I mean, it has the Apaches, the only Apache division left remaining after the 2 bans, so that is one thing. But the question is, does it have the other things that you need on this map? I'm really not sure where it stands right now. Maybe Tanner can prove us all wrong by beating Karma on 2 legs here. And before we go in, once more, shout out to Matcherino, where you can help sponsoring the tournament with just a couple of clicks here on the side, visiting a couple of websites, and add free money to the prize pool, or contribute directly to the prize pool if you want to, like a couple of nice guys already did. Dev Mingler, Sinbad & Co. Getting us up to the lovely prize pool of $572 and 86 cents already. So, yeah, let's freaking go, everyone. And let's have fun here. Also, every Twitch Prime sub gets us closer to me wearing a lovely uniform in the finals. So, if you have a Twitch Prime or around, or you want to support me directly with a nice Twitch sub, gets us closer to some fun in the finals as well. So, yeah. Let's have some fun here. Let's freaking go. As we have Luxus on the right side. We have Spetsnaz OP. As the only forward deployment of Karma here on the left side. Allowing him to then move other units up. No recon infantry down here even. But a lot of SPG-9s and Fagot ATGMs. More Fagot ATGMs coming in over here. UWATs moving into the north. Destroyer. We'll get into the northern zone here. Bravo. Be getting captured by it. Lux should be able to deal with the Spetsnaz, yeah. Get them actually before they cannot load. MiG-27 HE already around. Nice snipe there for the Lux. Spetsnaz OP. Over here gets into a nice spot though. The one over here gets into a good one as well. And that is going to be nice. Iltus leader will capture this zone. So, Pure Tanner on a +3. But Karma coming up with a good amount of UWATs down here. Another couple of units moving in here. Trying to besiege the northern town as well. T-55A and a ZSU 57 moving in here too. What's on the other side? We have a couple of Rolands. A couple of Leo 185s as well. Looks trying to get a couple of shots off, but has to smoke away. As the ATGMs were coming for it. Transport Panzer Fuchses all were on the same hotkey, it seems. They all smoked at the same time as well. Getting away. Looks over here. Gets killed. Southern section pretty open here. Tanner not investing much there. Rather invests quite a bit up here in the north. Gets the kill with the Roland 3 onto the MiG-27. Really important kill there. Before it can get any bombs dropped off. But... oh no, it actually dropped its bombs off. Okay. But it got the kill at least. MiG-27 down. Got a couple of infantry units here though with these bomb hits. Spetsnaz OP moving forward. T-55 moving in as well. OSA coming in to stop any Apaches from being nasty. Yeah, using the Apaches here won't be easy. Looks over here. Will hit the SPW 152K. And might get the kill there. No. Looks a bit off target. That's another. Recall rifle is moving up. And yeah, the south, not really interest point for any of the players. That's more T-55As rolling in right into this position over here. I got ATGM trying to deal with the Leo 185s. Yes. They got pinged now. Artillery piece would be nice to deal with them. Artillery, one of the strengths of the 5th Panzer. Get nice stuff there. Ricolas rifle and Lux in the north as well. Iltis has a bit of a recall unit there. There's a Me-8 with gun pots coming in. Okay, that's a unit we haven't seen in a while. Using its 12 and 30mm gun pots. 30mm grenade launcher, that is. So that thing for sure will shred the Iltis. Or not. Ooh, F4 getting really close to killing it. But the Me-8 will survive here. F4, not the greatest of helicopter hunters. Like, Me-8 is unarmored on only 8 hit points, but it still survives that run. So, shows you that against armored helicopters, you really don't want to use F4s for the run. Karma finally gets a CV into south. So Superior Tanner will stop here at around 350 points. Yeah, 351 points is what Puritana gets up to before it's equalized for now. Nice advantage, but keeping that up for 35 more minutes will not be easy. Leo 185's getting hit here, has to smoke away, has to get repaired. Unimogs are already around. Leo 185 obviously not having the greatest of frontal armors, but can get a nice shot onto this T-55A here maybe. No. Moves just slightly back, slightly out of line of sight. Gephardt coming around as well, trying to help with the AA. South side still completely empty for Tanner. Like, really completely empty. Really interesting to see. As most of the heroes are coming up here in the north. Leo 185 still moving around. I got ATGM moving up as well though. And I kind of like to see artillery hitting these fagots. Leo 283 it is instead though. Me too over the lake. Revealing enemy units. Sicherungs moving up as well. But be getting into a nice spot over here. Allowing for more line of sight. As more Sicherungs come around to help out with the Panzer Grenadiers up here in the front line. Transport Panzer Fuchs in the north. Trying to deal with a bit of infantry, but there are KDA Schützen and the Spetsnaz OP especially. So AT weapons are a bit too much for these Transport Panzers. Trying to run away. With the MG3 they're not gonna do much damage to a helicopter here. They still will try though. T-62 moving up for the south. Looks trying to hold the line. But it's still a pretty big stalemate over here. Not much movement since the beginning of the game when it comes to moving around the front line, but quite a couple of kills on both sides. And now we have the first big artillery gun, and that I love to see. That should be really, really helpful on dealing with these positions. KDA obviously gets a big gun with the Malka as well. Wonder when we will see those. I would be surprised if we don't see them at all. Yeah, Karma placed with quite a bit of artillery lately, as artillery at the moment for sure is pretty strong. And M110 and Malka are the top end of that. Spetsnaz here already getting hit hard. Next shot coming in, gets rid of the Spetsnaz. Hits the KDA pretty hard as well. Next shot deals even more damage. So really good first couple of shots here from the artillery in the north. Me-8 empty flies in onto the battlefield. Whilst the Martyrs are slowly moving forward as well. Gephardt tried to get a couple of shots onto some helicopters, but has to disengage away from the T-62 wave that is rolling forward. And Karma now starting the all surrounding siege here, it seems. And 110 is repositioning for the forward position. Karma brings in the Malka now as well. Second Malka will come into the battlefield too. So both Malkas now out on the side of Karma. This is going to be a lot of firepower here on both sides. And usage of artillery for sure will be a deciding factor in this match. F4F will get the kill there on the plane. Book doesn't quite get the hits it needs to do the damage there. Ooh, the F4Fs were just really stacked there. It could have been a double hit there. But the Book misses, so the F4Fs will get out without any more damage on top of them. Not so much the Fagot ATGM over here though. Yes, that gets hit hard. Malka's now on counter battery duty, but Pure Tanner too good for that. Already moving the M110. And that's the right move to do. Won't get caught there. Hofler is sitting in the open. Gepard trying to hit up onto the Mi-8 gunship. And it seems like it will get the kill there. Ooh, one more shot. Oh, it doesn't get it. Smoke here is dropped. Before it can get the kill. Leo 2A3 though gets the kill over here. ATGM flying towards it, but it got spotted. Will get hit up by the Marder and the Leo 2A3 now. Leo 2A3 still having a good amount of hit points. MiG-21 HE bomber trying to come in. Body infantry over here. Rolands missing with their missiles. So the MiG-21 will actually get out alive. Only taking 4 damage there from the Gepard. F4Fs have to be really careful on the other side though. Book gets one of them. Yeah, Book still an amazing ATGM. AA weapon system. Costs 180 points now, so it's not super cheap anymore, but it's still really, really efficient. Thanks to the longest range in the game, compared with a solid amount of accuracy. Meanwhile, Leo 1A5s and Leo 2A3s tried to free Tanner from the encirclement in the south. But the northern push now is going to be scary as well. Leo 2A3 has to be repositioned up there to try to deal with the T-62s. Can absolutely do it though. Southern section still completely silent. Really absolutely nothing happening over there. But the Malkas try to bring down the town here. M110 currently not firing. Meanwhile though, Leo 1A5s and Panzergrenadiers slowly moving forward. This actually might work out. This might be a great success for Pure Tanner here. And the Leo 2A3 could get into a nasty spot as well. T-62s though, smoke off. So they will survive for now. KDA Schützen getting fired upon by the Leo 2A3. Marder trying to help out as well. KDA Schützen still pretty tanky beasts though, so it will take a good while to take them down. And the T-55s are moving into the point here. Another Aufklärer trying to come in. KDA Schützen heavily under fire. Dropping relatively quickly here to the Marder and the Leo 2A3. Whilst the Leo 1A5s do a good amount of damage to the KDA Schützen in the south as well. Sicherungs and Pioneers could move further forward there maybe. Whilst the Leo 2A3 is really close to killing off both of the KDA Schützen over here now. Together with the Marder. Down to 2 hit points. T-62 here has to be careful as well. Gets aimed upon by the Leo 2A3. Leo 2A3 not getting its shot out though. Okay, now it's aiming for it. Has to be careful of the Malkas. Shouldn't stay stationary for too long. As the Malkas otherwise might aim up on top of it. Ooh. T-62 gets engine damaged here, but gets out of line of sight last second, so won't get killed off here. Or at least not with the first shot. Reposition of the Leo 2A3 allows it to get line of sight again. Gets the kill onto the T-62. The 2A3 really doing a lot of work here right now for Tanner. Shows you why this thing is still one of the top tanks. Right there. Malkas now trying to get rid of this position, rightfully so. Good movement there with the Leo 2A3 out of there. Fernspeyers might be a bit suicidal though. Yeah, that's not where you want to go, guys. That's not where you want to go. You don't want to get into the position where the Leo 2A3 just left. It might not end well for you. As the artillery is landing on the Fernspire, down to 1 hit point. But they will survive for now. Marder gets the kill into the T-55 side armor here. As the side armor is pretty low. Ooh, second T-55 takes 5 hit point damage as well. Marder pretty well armored in the front with 5 frontal armor. So they are quite strong in this matchup. Can even survive a shot from T-55 from medium distance. Whilst the Leo 2A3 is coming around once more to deal with the rest of the T-55s. Besieging of this position still is going on. Kama relentless with the assaults. Now trying to bring in some smoke here with the Malkas. Will take a while though, till the smoke is dropped. Rapiras from the rear coming in up as well. As the Leo 2A3 is trying to move forward. A recon infantry here would be really helpful right now though. As the Leo 2A3 is a kind of blind to what is upon it here. Has to be careful. Gets the Rapira, but should be disengaging here by now. Should drop the smoke and get the hell out of there. As it is now fighting the SPG. Okay, SPG actually goes down quite quickly there. Hitting the KDA Schützen over here now. The T-55 is waiting for the side shot opportunity here. As the Leo 2A3 is smoking off and getting away as a cluster plane is coming in for it. And the cluster plane gets the kill. Gets killed off afterwards though, so still a fair trade. These cluster planes cost the same amount as the Leo 2A3. So it's not completely terrible for pure Tanner, but obviously annoying losing those 2A3s that, one of those 2A3s that did so much work for you. Replacing them will take a good while. As the Hirungs and more recoilless rifles come in. Meanwhile, the M110s try to hit frontline pretty hard over here. Smoke play with the Malkas on the other side from Karma. Karma not even moving the Malkas at the moment. Just expecting... This is kind of a mind game. Like, if you realize the enemy doesn't counter battery, you can just stay stationary and save yourself the fuel and the time of movement. But obviously that's... Once the enemy gets behind that, they might be able to counter battery you again, and then you actually might lose your stuff. So, yeah, it's interesting that he doesn't move them at all. Just expecting that... Tanner expects that he's moving them. Kind of a mind game there. As the cluster bomber goes down this time. Through the Roland 3s. Roland 3's doing a good job here. Leo 2A3 moving around. Trying to deal with the T-55s. Milan 2s in a nice spot. Not getting the shot off though. And Grenadiers holding the line. Conquerors coming for the Transport Panzer Fuchs over here. But it moves away in the last second. Ooh. Artillery firing onto the Roland 3 position. But good movement there from Tanner. Expecting just that. As the Hirungs are moving forward as well. Malkas now moving on to the infantry in the front line. Leo 2A3 and Martyrs are moving forward. Leo 1A5 has to be repositioned. Southern situation still completely unchanged. Both sides still in this deathlock for the northern town. Tanner still up 350 points. Ooh, and does Tanner get the... Oh, gets one Malka here. Yeah, that's exactly the punishment that Karma kind of deserved for this play. Second Malka goes relatively low in hit points as well. Goes relatively low, but not quite down. But will cost quite a bit to repair as well. And will now fire slower as well, thanks to the stress. So yeah, that's exactly the play that Tanner had to do there. And well done. Got the nice counter battery. Punishes Karma for being a bit lazy, or like, yeah, being a bit lazy, I would say. And now uses the M110s on the front line again. M110s for sure outclass the Malka there. Now 2 versus 1. So the artillery is in favor of pure Tanner now, and you don't get another Malka. As 5th Panzer, you can get some M109s. You also only get 2 M110s there as well, though. But you don't get another Malka. And the Malka, even if it now counter batteries the M110s, most likely won't kill them. Like, with 4 shots, you usually kill the M110s and Malkas. With 2 shots, you need to be really lucky with 2 direct hits to get the kill there. And that's out of radio range, so you will be a bit less accurate. So getting those 2 direct hits won't happen most likely. So really important factor here now for Pure Tanner, as this also means he can be a bit more relaxed about moving his artillery pieces. Obviously doesn't quite know though how many Malkas he got, but he will figure it out once the one single remaining Malka will start firing, and he will see that the second shot is missing. Really, really good kill there. And that might allow Tanner to have a lot more good traits here in the long run. As the M110s and Malkas for sure are really, really important units on this map. Like, two legs often gets won by these kind of weapons. Artillery landing on the KDA Schützen. Conquers over here gets hit up in the north. Ural gets hit. Ooh. Nice snipe on the Conquerors there. Malka now trying to counter battery. M110 is moving away though. Yes. Leo 283 is moving in for Tanner again. And he still has one in the town. Bit stressed out, but fully repaired again. Couple of Leo 1A1s behind here as well. And Malka is not gonna hit anything. And 110 now trying to counter battery again. Malka stays stationary again. Ooh, Karma. Does Karma lose all his big artillery here now? That would be quite big. It would be really, really good for Puritana. If Kama doesn't see the shots flying for his Malka, that might as well happen. Conquers. Flying for a Leo 283 though. And Kama with a nice flanking here down in the south. Malka under fire. Artillery hits. Don't quite get the hits in just yet though. This time M110's not quite on target. Bit unfortunate here for Puritaner. Really all landing next to it. Oh, the last one was a good one. But needed this follow-up shot out of those 6 shots landing. But Malka at least once more out for quite a bit. And once more quite heavily stressed out. Will take a long while to recover from that again. And Leo what he wants. Attack the flanking push here. Take a bit of damage, but also kill one of the T-55s. And stress out the KDA Schützen, dealing a bit of damage to them as well. Malka now being routed. And more 10s. And focus on other things. Like, for example, yeah, this AAP is up here in the north. And Tanner in a really sweet spot here. Tanner in a really, really sweet spot. Leo 185 and Leo 283. Hitting up the KDA Schützen. And it might be the upset that we all waited for. Like, I would say Tanner for sure in a better position than Kama right now. With the artillery advantage, with a lot of good tanks around. With the capability to snipe stuff like that 57mm AAPs here relatively quickly now. And with really good play against all the flankings. Ooh, but Kama is setting up a big move in the south. And Tanner really negligent about this part of the map. Has not even done the most basic of setup here. Like, one A5 and one recoilless rifle is not really a setup. You don't have any recon for it. You don't have any infantry in front of it. Now a couple of martyrs seem to be moving, but not fully south actually. Even yeah, Kama calls him out on it on this bluff now, and is actually moving forward here with a lot of forces, and that might end pretty badly. If Kama can push into the south here, that might be quite brutal. Tanner somehow with 2 CVs for the south. Interesting. Making safe that he can't get killed there. And yeah, is winning the north now. Might even be able to do a big counter push here, but that move in the south is looking a bit scary. It's a lot of T-55s most and T-62s here. So it's not the most amazing quality of units. Together with the couple of ATGMs here. But it's for sure a lot of units against basically nothing here on the side of Tanner. A couple of side shots coming in from the center tree line. Another Leo 283 trying to come in. KDA Schützen under fire. Getting hit upon. Smesnat's OP also might take some damage there. KDA might go down completely. KDA over here stunned down. Leo 283 on the move. Trying to help out dealing with them. Leo 283 here though. Under fire by the Malka now. Has to be somewhat careful. But a single Malka won't be able to kill it. At the same time, Conquerors and Schützen and KDA trying to win circle. Puritana with a long flanking move. And even the M110 and so on have to be careful now. Alouette coming around. Keeping the line of sight open. The Leo 185 went down. And Tanner needs to be really, really careful here now. KDA Schützen being called in really deep. And there's just next to nothing to protect this here whatsoever. Recoilless rifle. Trying to deal with the KDA Schützen over here, but its reload time is way too slow. Helicopter coming out as well. All of that can deal with it. A lot of forces here for Tanner that might be able to deal with this, but a little recon. Like, recon is all on the front line. One Alouette it is. A couple of mortars now coming in. Those are all pretty expensive units, like 90 points. I would have liked to see that in some infantry here. And maybe a 1 or 2 ATGMs. A couple of Milans could have been helpful there. Looks going down. The Heroings moving forward. Leo 283 trying to get a kill here on the T-62. Could be able to do so. Yeah, gets a nice penetration. Artillery now firing into the south. Very much Schützen and KDA Schützen over here. That's a good idea. Good smoke from Kama here, saving the T-62. And Tanner still up 351 points. We are into C phase. No, not C phase, but we would be into C phase now, as we are in the second half of the game. 17 minutes remaining. KDA should moving deep. A couple of Panzer Grenadiers now are around here, but they don't unload. Oh no. Oh no. Come to more Panzer Grenadiers trying to move around. Okay, they unload now. Get in there last second. We'll be able to use the Panzerfaust against the vehicle. Don't get the hit though. Unlucky. There's the SPW. Can move away. Oh wow. 2 misses in a row there. Pretty unfortunate. We have 55% accuracy on the Panzerfaust. Now it's out of Panzerfaust range. As a lot of T-55s are now flowing into the south. KDA Schützen under fire. Conquerors under fire as well. They come in with little AA. Like, even Apache right now could do quite a bit here. But a cluster bomber especially could do a lot. But for now, Tanner is a bit oblivious still to the threat to the southern section, it seems. As he has realized that stuff is around here, but not quite what is coming for his southern section. Still bring in reinforcement for the center instead of the south. Really only bring in the minimal forces for this part here. F4Fs will get rid of the HE bomber, but this might get rid of the whole point here of Puritaner. And Kamak maybe could go for the gamble of moving this UATs forward. Because if you capture this zone, this is... it's just basically next to GG for your opponent. If your spawn is so... if you get a spawn so close to theirs. Motschützen under fire. Panzer Grenadiers pushing back the Conquerors. So Tanner is slowly moving south, is getting the better KD here, I would say. Like a lot of good traits in the center here now as well. Artillery once more helping out big time with it. But that doesn't matter if you just get overrun here. And Kama is on the way to getting a really, really impressive position here now. Apache has to be careful. More units have to be brought in to save all of this. Leo 2A3 trying to desperately move around now. If that can snipe the 57mm, that AA piece, that would be really big. Gepards moving south now as well. Mi-8 under fire, should get stunned down before it can deal any damage. Apache deals with the SPW here easily. Yeah, good kill onto the helicopter. Leo 2A3's moving in here. The recon helicopter could be pretty nice. Two ZSU-57s are around though, so the Apache has to be really, really careful. 2 more Apaches being called in, but 2 57mm should be good enough to deal with 3 Apaches. Surprised that nothing is called in down here. Tanner already doesn't want to risk to bring anything in there. Leo 2A3 trying to move into the T-55 position here. Panzer Grenadiers for now provide line of sight, but most likely will get killed off just before the Leo 2A3 arrives. And that's a bit unfortunate. Alouette coming around, but has to be careful with the 57mm around. No CV coming in here just yet for Kama. But now Tanner can bring in more units. Does so now. Recalless rifles coming in. The Jägerführer here finally uses its AT weapon to get the kill there. Is under fire now though. Looks helping nicely. Martyrs coming around as well. Leo 2A3 getting some nice kills here. We had 51 points for Tanner. Kama not getting anywhere just yet. But the SPG is trying to deal with the Pioneer flamethrowers over here. Oh boy. A really, really good game here between these two players. Leo 2A3 moving forward as well. That's down to the south. The T-62 deals with the Jaeger. Absolute nail-biter of the series. MiG-21 gets killed out of the sky. F4F will get shut down as well. T-62 moving forward. Apaches flying in from the other side. As the Leo 2A3 gets a nice kill. ADA gets overwhelmed. Apache rockets moving forward. 57mm though. As I said, they are pretty strong against the Apaches as well. 1 Apache down. 1 of the 57mm nearly down as well. But both of the Apaches get pinned down. Leo 2A3 tries to come in, gets one of them. Can it get the other one before the Apache falls? I don't think so. Oh boy, it's close. No, it misses its shot. 57mm still alive. Really unfortunate here, losing the 2 Apaches. Leo 2A3 might be able to get the 57mm now. Cluster makes it safe. So the Leo 2A3s will save the situation here for now. Iltis Führer, the second CV investment, really paying off right now for Puritaner. Keeps a tick up here. But at the same time, oh my god, does the D44 really kill a Leo 283 here? Oh no, no recon for the Leo 283s. This D44 is really, really scary right now. Firing AP shells, so it can't penetrate the frontal armor of the Leo 283 at all. UWATS coming in. Karma is up on the tick. What is happening in the north at the same time? Karma bringing up the UWATS here now as well. As all the Leo 283s left for the south, only the couple of Leo 1A1s left to fight over here, as Karma once more is opening up the front over here. 11 minutes remaining. Karma finally starts ticking, but Tanner is still ahead a good bit. Can Karma get a good tick in here? As all the units in the south should get overwhelmed now. UWATS under fire here by artillery, but the D44 gets another kill. And that is big. UWATS gets killed off by artillery. Oh my god, is this D44 might have just single-handedly won Karma the game here. 3 Leo 283s is such a big investment. Killed off by a 45-point unit. That really shows you why this thing is an absolute beast. And why you need freaking recon in your deck. As, yeah, this D44 might have just single-handedly won Karma the game. For sure allows him now to push a lot harder than otherwise. 3 Leos that actually didn't even need to go there anymore, because everything else was already dealt with. They already did their job. But them moving in the open was a really big mistake. M110s now can still be used for artillery fire round, but the Malka is not idle either. And the second one never got sniped off. Milan over here tries to hold the line, T62 under fire, but the UWATS is on the way. And 10 minutes of a +3 would still be absolutely enough for Karma to win the game here. F4F trying to come in, trying to do as much damage as possible. Gets another helicopter out of the sky there. Book should most likely get the kill there. No, really unfortunate there for Karma to not get the kill onto that F4F. Well, it's the T62s and T55s keep up the pressure. Leo 1A1 coming in as well. Still one Leo 2A3 remaining, but that one is in a lot of trouble as well. SPG-9 and ATGMs firing. All of these don't deal too much damage to it, but they bring it down over time, and they do so once more here. Roland 3s driving around. And this D44, an absolute monster of a unit. Might be the actual MVP, not just with that kill, but also in the stats card in the end for Karma, by killing 3 Leo 2A3s. That's a hell of a lot of points for a 5-point unit. Artillery coming in, trying to find the CV. CV is still around though. Last remaining Apache coming in. Yeah, the other's a bit unfortunate that the ZSU 57 started a couple seconds too late. That the Leos missed 1 or 2 shots there. More Leo 1A1s coming in. Otherwise, a couple of Rocket Apaches obviously would be really, really nice around now as well. Leo 1A1s are moving in. A lot of infantry coming in for Karma. Karma finally has breached the defensive perimeter that Puritaner was able to hold up for such a long time here. Rocket Apache hitting the KDA Schützen, getting a nice hit. HE Bomber coming for the Sicherungs. Getting one of the CV sniped as well, I think. But Tanner with another safety CV in here. Once more, will keep holding on to the zone. Leo 1A1s coming up to deal with the T55s. Have the better shot on this as well. Both sides having 7 frontal armor, but the Leos have better rate of fire, better accuracy, and better penetration. So on paper they easily should win that duel. Yeah, their first T55 goes down. Second one now coming in. As MiG-21HE tries to kill them, but doesn't get the shot. And the Gepard will get the kill on that one. Second MiG-21 though coming in, gets one of the Leos. The other one heavily stressed out, now gets sniped by more T-62s up north. MiG-21 still alive, but most likely won't come around for the rest of the game as it got heavily damaged there. Leo 1A1s in the north though, moving around. Get some snipes on the Book, more AA dying, so bombers could be an option now for Tanner, but Tanner is down in the tick in the second here. Whilst Panzer Grenadiers get overwhelmed as well. Gets the HE Bomber, doesn't get the CV though. Good movement on that part by Karma. M110s smoking off heavily in the south, trying to allow the Iltis to move in, but if I got ATGM gets the snipe there. Nice sneaky try there from Tanner, but Karma now ahead in the points. The D44 still around here. Because another CV is rolling in onto the battlefield. 7 minutes still remaining. If Tanner can push out Karma in the north and then maybe get on something bigger than this moving on into the south, this still can work out. Like, Karma's front line is not insanely strong right now. The infantry push here of Karma didn't work out at all. And the infantry of Tanner was well set up. Did get the stop there. Onimok trying to move forward. Actually now wastes the own AT weapons of Tanner there. As the Leo 1A1s are moving forward. Another D44 sitting around here. Now with the amazing rate of fire of 13. They are pretty scary, especially against lightly armored vehicles like the Leo 1A1s. But the Panzer Mörsers still try their best. F4F coming around, using their guns here as good as possible. Gets shut down by the 57mm. Whilst the infantry is moving on. D55 under fire by the Sicherungs now. Gets sniped off by the Leo 1A1. Another Rapira in the north. Tanner on the way, but now already 150 points behind. Needs to get rid of this tick quickly and then needs to set up something for the south at the same time. Jägerführer obviously needs to get in there. Martyrs and rest of the units moving forward as well. It's a really, really close game, but every single tick that right now ticks for Karma is a really, really painful one, as Tanner is closing in on it quickly. Rapira goes down. Only D55 now in the way here, D44 in the way here now. The Leo 1A1s are coming around. Sicherungs on top of it as well. Panzer Grenadiers moving up as well. Smoke here, maybe even a bit of a hindrance right now for Puritaner, as otherwise the UATs already might be in AT weapon range. T55's trying to get on top of this as well. Marder moving around. Motschützen over here, running into Panzer Grenadiers. That did reload, so they shouldn't get too much damage done. As the UATs should be finally found by the Panzer Grenadier here now. And should get killed off. Yeah, there we go. But that's a 250 point advantage now for Karma that Puritaner needs to deal with. And only 5 minutes remaining to do so. So it needs to be quick now. Alouette squadron flying around. Will find the UWATs here. Jägerführer somehow needs to get in here. But that's not going to be easy. The D44 in the south still around. Cluster bomber coming in for the UWATs. No CV for Karma coming in just yet, so the cluster bomber here might work out. Good cluster run for sure. But Karma finds the right spot to move away from. Good dodge there. Yeah, direct close run HE bomber would have been better there maybe. But UWATs will be around for now. No attack helicopter to come in here either. No Apache around anymore, so Karma will be able to keep this alive for now, and that is really, really tough. Tanner needs a +3 and needs it now. Only 4 minutes remaining, and this Jägerführer is coming in for disaster. Smoke still once more popping up to help it. F4F coming in here. Can they get the strafing run onto the UWATs? Can they get the kill? Oh! They have it down to 2 hit points, but the second one didn't quite get on target. Alouette lost line of sight there last second, I think. Didn't at least get many shots onto the UWATs. Coming around once more. Osa on the way. F4F's circling around. Alouette stays on target. Osa wants to shoot down the Alouette, obviously, to stop this from being spotted. UWATs number 2 coming in. F4F's not getting the run down. Oh boy. T62 now with its MG trying to kill off the Alouette. Super duper close game as the Jäger CV does die here. And Apache is in the rear, trying to stop the Mi-24P from killing the Iltis leader here. Which still might do the job though. Gets pinned down last second there before it is on top. Mi-24 though, only taking damage really slowly here from the Apache. As the Apache 30mm not done for that job. D44 still around. Another plane gets shut down here. F4F still coming around. Marder 183 moving around here. Will most likely find one of the UWATs here. But T62 is coming for it. Osa is coming for the F4Fs as well. Alouette has found the UWATs in the north. 2 minutes 44 though. You kind of need to get rid of both zones by this stage. Yes, one of the UWATs goes down. The second one, Karma has to be careful not moving it out of the zone. It's still alive. Tanner could go for the northern section. Osa out of ammo, so the Alouette can move around. D44 still around behind the line here. Apache trying to get the shots on there, but only 2 minutes remaining now. This UWATs leader in the north and in the center need to die. Another UWATs leader being brought in by Karma. Absolutely clutch game here. And yeah, Alouette trying to hunt the UWATs up here in the north. UWATs disengaging. 615 points. What a game here. What a game. M1 at 10. Can they find the kill onto the UWATs? I don't think so. Yeah, Tanner also not really trying that right now. Could have tried it in the north. 57mm comes around, kills off the Alouette, so spotting of that is over. And only one mid 40, and that wouldn't be enough even if the UWATs in the south now falls. Yeah, this is going to be rough. Still, both needs to be killed, but it seems like Tanner is not gonna make it. It seems like Kama is keeping his UWATs alive for long enough here. Really, really nice try. Finds the Malka here in the rear now as well. And if the game would go 5 minutes longer, maybe Tanner would be able to do it. Cluster Bomber this time around gets the UWATs in the south. So gets a tick here for Tanner actually online. But another UWATs already on the way. And that is not gonna get killed here. T62 trying to kill off the Alouette. Another Flak 57 coming up. The UWATs in the north is tucked away in a nice corner. Pioneer Flamethrower won't find it. The Mi-24P AT found the kill onto both of the Leos, and now actually will find the kill on the Gepard as well. Roland 3 is too slow. And yeah, really, really good, amazing game here. Like, I think one of the biggest nail biters we had this season so far. As Kama will get the 1-0 up here in the end. Like 57mm hitting the cluster bomber. Such a good defense in the early game from Fury Tanner. Also then punishing Kama for the mess up with the Malkas. But Kama sniffing out the big weakness that Tanner left open in the south here by like having really low manpower set up in the south, having no defensive line there whatsoever. And then going for the B line, going for the rear zone, forcing Tanner to invest a lot there. Tanner in the end with the better kills, but no Leo 283s around in the end to get the kill. And Kama with an insane victory here in game number 1. And a D44 that saved his life there for sure by murdering all the Leo 283s. Like that D44, oh my god, it killed also so much more. Oh my god, what? Oh my goodness. Oof. And that's a 45 point units, guys. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh wow. Yeah, that D44. Oh boy. That for sure turned around the game, yeah. If those 3 Leo 33s alone would have made it forward, that would have changed the game. Not even talking about the rest of this. Like the Jägerführer that could have tucked in into the south and so on. Kama for sure a bit lucky that Tanner never found that. And that none of the Leo 283s ever got quite close enough to spot it either. So yeah, shows you have recon with your tanks, and yeah, even small things can make the big difference there. 45 point units, absolute MVP. The M110 usage of Tanner though, really, really well done here in game 1. Those did pretty great. The Leo 283 micro also, outside of that southern debacle before that, Leo 283s, such workhorses here, did great trades all along to kill off a lot of the masses that were thrown upon them. So, yeah, really strong play from both sides. Really cool game. And really cool move that Kama then pulled into the south, realizing that the northern section Tanner was just defending so well. And in the end, doing the right move for the victory. Was a close one, but a deserved one here for Kama. And let's see what they can bring in the game number 2. And we will have once more such a nail biter, or one of those two players can close it out a bit earlier. Let's see.